And now, the new caribou, the Honorable Sir David, Emperor of Salt Lake City, Sultan of Utah, Spiritual Advisor to Questioning Mormons, the Bard Extraordinaire, Supreme Being, Alpha and Omega. Here's David.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay, don't crowd the stage. Hello, hello. Well, I see tonight we have a few humans in the audience. Welcome. Don't let the kangaroos scare you. Nah, they're very friendly. Don't box them, but sit there and behave, and hopefully my kangaroo friends will sit there and behave. This is Sir David the Bard, and yes, I'm one happy soul today. I have good news, and I have good news. Now, my wife went to work today, and she said, "You stupid old man," and I thought that was a compliment. It's a lot better than a lot of things she calls me. She never calls me Mr. Bard. It's Mr. Asshat. The Mormons, they all have that name for me, and you know her. She's still hanging in there with her her toenails and fingernails to the church after being married to me. Anyway, now I want to tell you something, okay? Dementia ain't that bad. Dementia's funny shit. Okay, god dang. I never thought I would be like this. I was lighting my incense the other day. And I loved incense when I was a kid in the 60s. Oh, you know, I never got to do it because I was a Mormon, because it was satanic smoke going through the house. And anyway, my dad, the superintendent of the Sunday school, child molester, he wanted me to be a good person. He didn't give a shit what he was. It still doesn't. Anyway, I was lighting my damn incense there, waiting for smoke and the smell and everything. And it kept going out, and the kids can hear me. You know, damn, I'm a loud person. The kids can hear me through we have an intercom system, but I don't need it. The kids do. Dad, stop screaming. So Allison is my best little friend. You know, I'm telling you, let me blow in the mic. I hope the microphone is working. Allison hasn't been here all night, but you never know. Anyway, I'm in the bedroom, and I'm going, damn, shit, you know, just my typical words to bring the spirit into the house. So anyway, Allison comes into the room, and she's always saying, "Are you okay, Dad? Are you okay?" She is the most charitable, kind human being I've ever had as a child. That child will share anything, give anything. She's always, if I cough or sneeze, she comes running in, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I don't think that's a social security check she gets every month from me. I don't think that's it, but it could be. She's hot hands Allison, as you guys have named her. She wants to do another commercial today. Anyway, she says, "Dad, what's wrong?" I said, that shit, the incense sucks. I'm never buying it again from that company. And she comes over. Of course, she can see with her eyes. All I can do is pretend I can see, kind of like Sammy Davis Jr. I have two glass eyes. So she says, "Dad," she says, "you're lighting the wrong end. You're lighting the stick." Well, I can't be embarrassed in front of a 9-year-old, so I go, "Holy shit. They should have put that incense on both sides so that old people, we wouldn't have to look and see which is the stick side and which is the incense." So she turns it over and says, "Dad, light it again." "It's working now, ain't it?" I said, "Get out of here." "You okay?" And I said, "You know I'm not okay." So she leaves the room. She is the most precious little thing I think that's ever been born. I don't know. I just can't say enough. She's my baby. And I just love her to death. So today, now down here in Australia, it doesn't get 25 degrees, but sometimes the wind blows in, and it does get 25 or 18. And when I take her to school here in Kangaroo City, the car always has, you know, ice, snow, sleet, bird shit, everything on the windshield. And I can't see. I don't even care if it's clean. I still can't see. It's more like I'm a bat with radar. I see signs and certain points. That looks like a street light. I think I'll stop. Shit. So I'm with Allison, and she's always precious to me. She's just always precious. And she said, we get in the car, and she said, Dad, the car is warm. And I'm looking around going, yeah, it is. It's like 18 degrees. She says, there's no snow, there's no ice, all the mirrors are melted. I said, I can see that. I can see that. You don't have to report. She says, you always complain you never have a seat heater. You don't need a seat heater, they're warm. I said, shut up. Look out the window. She said, you left the car on all night, didn't you? I go, God damn. Yes! I left the car on all night, and the heater kept the car warm for us in the morning. So you don't need heat seaters, folks. That's an expense you don't need. You don't need mirror defrosters. You don't need back window defrosters or front window. And the steering wheel doesn't need to be heated. Just leave the son of a bitch running all night. That'll save you some money. So she looks over at me. She says, how much gas did that take? I said, not much. Not much. I just wanted it to be warm. She said, you did that on purpose? So what do you think I am, a stupid old man? She says, Dad, I'm not going to insult you. She starts looking out the window. God damn. Now, my car is a new Prius, okay? And if you have a battery car, it can't get the battery dead. It sat there all night producing heat, and when the battery went down, the heater came on, charged the battery, the heater continues to heat the car, and then the engine turns off and the battery runs the car. So it rotates all night, or it oscillates all night. So anyway, I just wanted to give all of you a friendly hint. If your car's a bitch on a cold morning down here in Kangaroo City, leave the damn car on and the heater on. You don't even need remote start. It's already started. Now, the nice thing about the Prius is no one can steal it. They can go in and sit and get warm. There were 19 homeless people in there. We had to run them out, but I wear the key. I've already lost a $200 key. And I went down to the place. I said, can you make me a new key? And they go, yeah, for $200. And I said, well, I won't open the door or start the car for a couple of years. Can I make payments on that? So I wear the key around my neck so I can't lose it. And my Prius knows me. If I'm close to it, it says, asshat is here, open the doors. And when I leave it running, it just goes, asshat, you've left me running. I go, I can't hear you. And I just go in the house. But no one can steal the car. Once I take the key more than 50 feet with me or whatever it is, the car, it's warm and it's safe. But you can have sleeping homeless people in it. Now, damn, I love getting old, but now, and you know what? You know what I did yesterday? I'm ordering a burglar alarm system for my house. Yeah, I'm going to pay someone $25 a month to watch me. And I have cameras, and I have one right over my chair where I sit and sleep all the time. And so now my cameras I can access from any computer anywhere in the world, and I can look and see the kids in the living room or playing, or Allison not cleaning her room, Allison stuffing crap in the microphone, Allison putting cookies underneath the keyboard. I can study and find Allison, and it records. So what's really cool is I've got one sitting there with me in my chair on the wall looking at me. And my wife can call on the computer anywhere, or an iPhone too, a smartphone, and she can look at me, and it will show that I'm sleeping there, and it has infrared on it. So if I've died, the infrared will be white. He's dead. There is no heat. Now, my girl Allison, or my girl Abigail, came in and said, Dad, we're getting a camera system? I said, yeah, we are. She says, why? And I said, well, these are special cameras. She said, well, I'm a teenager. I'm not sure I like cameras in the house. And I said, well, honey, these cameras are motion detectors. They're sensory detectors, and they also have their own lighting system on them. In case it's black in the room, they'll turn their own lights on to see what's going on. So if there's any movement or any sound, they'll come on. So in short, if you're here in the house and you and your boyfriend are making out there on the carpet in the living room, that camera is going to record every sight and every sound. And if you turn the lights out to try to fool it, the infrared can see you. And if you try to turn cold and cover yourself with ice and the infrared can't see you, by God, it has cameras and it'll turn its own cameras on, and I'll have it recorded for a month. There's no way you can erase it. Only I know how to do that, which I don't yet. But anyway, I need to be monitored. Now listen to this, old people. Now most of you are not that old. Most of you are about 40, 45 that watch my show. And if you get one of those things, remember when we were kids and say, I've fallen and I can't get up? I thought, that's stupid shit. Just get up off the floor, old lady. Well, I'm at that age. I can still get up, but I fall sometimes. So I said, well, I'm going to look into that little Penton key thing that hangs around my neck there. So if I fall, I can push the button and the police or the fire engines will come and get me. So the camera system has that on it. So I can lock the door, I can open the door, and if I fall down, I can push one button. It's the police. Another button is the ambulance. And the board itself has two buttons on it. I told the kids, you push the red one, it's the police. You push the green one, and it's the fire department and the paramedics. So usually, just the pennant cost $30 a month, $32 a month to monitor you. Well, my whole system, the cameras, the panels, and the recording, if someone breaks in the house, we have an alarm, and they'll call the alarm company, but we have pictures of them coming in, and we can save them, and they're up on cathedral ceilings, so you can't throw them. My girls are looking to throw a blanket up over it. They already are trying to figure this out, but hey, the Bard has them. So anyway, when I threatened Allison I was going to strap her on a ceiling fan if she just mantles the cameras, she said, Dad, I don't get dizzy very easy. God damn. Allison! I'm getting old! Stop it! Now, let me end with one interesting thing about the Mormon Church. It was published. The Mission President's Handbook was published by the Mormon Church, and someone got a hold of it and put it online. Now, you got to grab those things quick, and I said that. That'll be off within days, and the Mormon Church will capture it and go copyright infringement or whatever. Well, this morning they did, and the people now have indicated, especially in England, that manual, now here's this number, sit down. What does a mission president earn and get per year being a mission president? $170,000 of cars, houses, gardeners, goes on and on. Free education for their kids, gifts, $170,000. Well, in the United States, our tax laws are different than they are in the United Kingdom. So, in the United States, the IRS is probably not going to do much to the Mormon Church on that. But the United Kingdom needs money, and the Mormons have money right now. So they're going to rip them a new asshole. It looks like there's going to be a major investigation of the Mormon Church and the mission presidents and their incomes in the United Kingdom. Many of those free things are not free. They are taxable income. And so either the mission presidents or the Mormon Church may be out millions and millions and millions of dollars for years of tax evasion in the United Kingdom. And I know the Mormon Church, they're just going to say to the mission presidents, Brother who? Brother Ponzi? We don't know you. So every one of those mission presidents is going to get a letter from the United Kingdom IRS that says, you owe us $1.7 million for the free stuff you got from the Mormon Church while you were mission president. So nothing can make me happier. I read the mission president's handbook, and they said, don't tell anyone what you're making. Don't tell anyone. And don't put any credit cards or any bank accounts in your name. we will set that all up for you and run it through the corporation of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Well, they dodged that in the United States, but in the United Kingdom, they got a broomstick up the butt, and they're now a popsicle. So anyway, you heard it first here on the Bard Show, and let's see how this unwinds. And the Mormons are going to say, well, it wasn't secret, it was sacred money. Now, let me be clear on one last thing. Here's my commercial. Turn me off. You don't want me in a commercial. Okay, the money that you sent is sitting, I told you on the last video, in the Philippines. There's $110 that's sitting in the Philippines, and the man this morning texted us and said how many pesos was that, because he wanted to make sure that my receipt matched his receipt. And I said 4,282, whatever it was. So he knows that's your money. And he knows it came through the exchange and it's turned from dollars to pesos. And he's going out this morning to buy rice, load it, and take it over to the orphanage and to another distributor we have there, who we know is an honest man. So I should have some pictures for you coming back of the actual children that are actually eating your money and eating your rice. And I'm just thrilled. I'm just thrilled. I know it's Christmas, folks. I know it's Christmas. I told my wife, Mercy, this morning, I said, you know, this is America. America is willing to feed some of the children in your country because we have an excess. Isn't that amazing? I said, I'm not a church. I'm not telling you God told me to marry 14-year-olds. I'm not telling you I got to have 50% of your money because this studio costs that much money. The studio costs $0. It's in my man cave house. I don't need $0. I have new cars and a house. I've been not as successful as the general authorities. They're all independently rich. But they take an income from the church. Figure that one out, folks. Your money went over there. It cost $5 to send it. Every cent you sent is going into the mouths of children in the Philippines. I had one lady write in and said, I used to donate years ago, and then I found out that there's so much crime and so much corruption in the Philippines. My money was all going for drugs. I'm telling you, folks, and I'm bearing you my testimony. Your money ain't gone for no drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes, no prostitution, no child, what do you call that? Not baggage, where you steal kids and bring them to different countries. You guys all know more than I do. And it's funny to watch a dementia person, because you people will come in with comments and say, oh, you meant Wisconsin. You meant... You guys know what I'm going to say before I say it. I am promising you, the Bard Extraordinaire, you send me 5, 10, 20, I got $30 this morning. I woke up and and I'm moving that over to Wells Fargo, and it's waiting for the next group to go out. I told you I don't send a lot of money to the Philippines until I have pictures and I have receipts that rice went into a child. And if it went anywhere else, it stops. It stops. And then I'd redirect that money somewhere else. And of course, the two people I've chosen there for distributors, one was an old bishop in the Mormon Church, and I don't count that against him. He's a good man, and I don't care what his religion is. He's not going to give all the rights to the Mormon kids. He knows that. But I'm proud of what you've done, and you've let me be the intermediary or the middleman, and nobody is scooping money off the top of your donation. That's going for gas to move that rice in the Philippines, and it's going to the children that need it. And I promise you that. And you know, if I don't do that, I'm going to jail. I don't have any stupidity. I'm going to jail. I promised you where your money is going. It goes there. I put up the receipt yesterday of the pesos moving across the world, and hopefully today or tomorrow I'll pick up some pictures and we'll see who's eating your rice. I know it's Christmas, and I know it's hard for you, and this is not a guilt show. This is not religion. This is not guilt. Gosh, if you can't afford it, don't you ever feel bad. Someday you might be able to afford it. Maybe you don't believe in sending money. That is all okay. The Bard is fine with that. If you got an extra $5 or $10, I'd like to hit another delivery before Christmas. I can get in there another delivery before Christmas, because I think my man on the ground is going to hit that in 2 days, 3 days, and he writes to me and he'll say, send me another 120, 130. Now we've got the whole circle. We've got the whole system set up. So it's Christmas. I've had a couple of men finally man up, because we men don't like to donate crap and be made fools of and go, you know, we bought that preacher's Cadillac. You ain't buying a preacher's Cadillac. You're buying a little tiny 4, 5, 7-year-old boy or girl a bowl of rice. And I asked Mercy this morning, who was raised in the Philippines, I said, honey, if a few days before Christmas someone came to your door with 5 or 10 pounds of rice and gave it to your family for free, what would your feelings have been? She said, we would have been so excited, Mr. David Bard. We would have been so happy. It might have given us 2 or 3 extra pesos to buy a stick of gum or something for the children for Christmas. She says, that would be wonderful. She lived there, folks, 40 years. She lived there. I know. She had nothing. Never did. Now she has everything because she's worked hard. And she's believed in America. So you guys that are always like me going, I ain't sending money to no damn preacher. I ain't sending money, you know, and get ripped off and be laughed at. None of us want to be screwed. Get the hell out of the Mormon Church. Monson, match me. Match me. I'm going on here 300 to 500 pounds of rice into the Philippine children's mouths. I don't ride around in an armored car. God can't protect you, Mr. Monson. Jesus. I don't need a God to protect me. I'm doing the right things. What person would want to come up to me, stab me like Caesar, shoot me, cut my head off, and go, you're an evil person. You're sending money to hungry children. If that's the way I die, folks, I couldn't be more proud. More proud. So if you can afford that 5 or 10 or 20 bucks, whatever, or $1, if you just want the joy of giving and you're a single mom, you ain't got crap, you never had crap, and the laws of the land are not protecting you, and you got a, you know, an ex-husband who used to be like me. I'm sorry to say, I've changed. But please, if you have a couple bucks, go to the main webpage, New Caribou YouTube webpage. I've got, you know, post office box, so if you don't want to go through the credit cards, that's fine. It's a secured box. It's at a United States post office. It's not to my retirement home in the Philippines. I am not stealing your money. You will have the joy that I have. I can't afford a lot right before Christmas. I'm going to put my 30 bucks in. Next day or two, we get paid, and I'm going to put my 30 bucks in, because you know what? If I'm not willing to use my money, what right do I have to ask for your money? Monson? Monson, how much tithing do you pay? Zero. Zero. You're exempt from taxes. You're exempt from tithing. I have to pay all that crap. When are you going to put 50 bucks in my account here for the children? You bastard. And, boy, Kay, where the hell are you? I know you got dementia, but your credit card still works. Send me a few bucks, and I promise you, I'll put it in the mouth of a hungry Filipino child. And I'll show you the damn receipts right in front of you that you know. You're not taking my word, a stranger. You're looking. And if you want me to announce your name and your contribution on this program, I will. Most don't want that. If you want to tag your money and say, this is for education, this is for medical, this is for dental, this is for food, this is for clothing, I can do that every time I send the money. Every time I have a list, who gets it and where it goes, and I'll put that damn receipt right up in front of you. So you don't have excuses. It's just, do we have a big enough heart? I could buy a little more for my girls with my 30 bucks, but you know, my 30 bucks would buy 60 pounds, and that's a bag, and that would feed a whole family for a month over there. So please, help me, help them, and hopefully you'll feel good about it too. You have a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much.
And now, the new caribou, the Honorable Sir David, Emperor of Salt Lake City, Sultan of Utah, Spiritual Advisor to Questioning Mormons, the Bard Extraordinaire, Supreme Being, Alpha and Omega. Here's David.
Hello, I'm Allison, the adopted daughter of Sir David the Bard. My father isn't telling me what to say. I cannot lie. I was born in the Philippines, and I've been there till I was 6 years old. I have experienced some tragedies which was pretty deadly. Please donate to the hungry and suffering people. If I was still there, I'd be dead now, because I had typhoid fever. I still have 12 years old brother in there who needs more clothing and food. He would never get this in his lifetime. Please donate on the New Caribou site. Thank you. Good night. God bless America.